Yeah, buddy. Tailgaters, what's happening? Happy Sunday. Sunday fun day. Sunday fun day week 2.
Oh, music.
Oh, yeah.
Let's turn that down there a little
yeah.
bit. Hey, can you hear us now? What's going on, Tailgaters? Welcome to season number 2, episode 11
Yeah.
of TD's Beers and Tailgates, coming at you live
Outside.
from beautiful outdoors, Gurney, Illinois. We're here in the Midwest, a lovely fall day for week number 2 of the 2020 NFL season.
Yep.
Dude.
And you know what? Week 1 was awesome. I can't wait to get into a little recap. My 6-pack was fantastic.
Again, he starts off the show, I already don't like this guy. What a dick.
Just wait till we get into the Kyler Murray, Josh Allen, see where we're at. 'Cause we're going to do that every week, seeing as though we made that bet.
Wow. Okay. You know, what the fuck? All right, so good morning, y'all. Thanks for joining us this morning. We're going to get right into the show because, you know what? There's football to be played here in a couple hours, right?
That's right.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
What are you drinking this morning, pal?
Well, let's do it. Let's pop it open. It is morning. It is 9:30 a.m. And no better way to start the morning than with a Bud Light Orange. You know, you got to have some orange-ish kind of stuff in the morning. So we're going with the Bud Light Orange, buddy.
You know, I'm going to stick with the orange theme, but someone might be feeling a little under the weather today. Not because I drank too much, just because I don't know what the hell's happening. Hopefully it's not the COVID. Anyways, got myself a little screwdriver made with some Tito's vodka from Austin, Texas. And hey,
nice. Big old cheers.
Cheers
bro.
to the orange.
Cheers to week 2.
Cheers to week 2.
So we're gonna get the flat top going over here.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing breakfast bagel sandwiches.
Woo.
Oh, we're gonna have the eggs going, cheese, and then Porter Road maple bacon sausage.
Yeah, buddy.
I can't wait. I
Say
can't
less.
wait, bro. Can't wait.
Right on. That's
you wearing?
awesome.
What you wearing?
You know what? I am wearing a throwback Mike Ditka jersey. He might not be the most popular person in the world as far as the political statements, but you know what? He's still a Bear, and I'm a Bears fan, and yeah, that's what I'm wearing.
Nice.
So.
Well, Josh Allen is in the wash right now. He'll be ready for game day, game time, I should say. So we got Stephon Diggs back because I can dig it. I can dig the offense. I can dig the way Buffalo's going, and yeah. So we got Stephon for week 2, 2 weeks in a row. We might have to keep it rolling if they keep winning.
Stephon Diggs, I'm digging it. Right on. Both wearing some fresh duds here.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, hey, fantasy football, right? You know, we're talking about football, fantasy football. How'd you do in your first week here, pal? How many leagues are you in, by the way?
Actually, this year I'm only in 2.
2?
Yeah, last year I did 6 leagues. This year only 2. I'm going to focus more on DFS this year with FanDuel.
Yeah.
Which I did win my FanDuel last week, which was nice. Took $28 on a $4 bet. So I'll take that to start the year.
It's all about making money.
I'll take that to start the year.
Making that paper.
Yeah. But no, I did good there. And lost in my big money league to my brother, LeGarrett's Blunt. Little ticked about that, but you know what? It was his birthday last week, Sunday, so big shout out to you. Happy birthday there, Garrett.
Happy birthday, dude.
Last week, and you know what? I might have tanked for that week just for him. So maybe that's what I'm talking about,
Tanked
too.
for Garrett.
I tanked for him just so he can
I've
win.
never heard of that before.
How'd you do, bro?
You know what? I'm in 4 leagues. I went 3-1. Lost in one of my big money leagues, which pisses me off, although I played... I might have to do the Heimlich here. Give us a timeout while I perform the Heimlich on Buffalo J. You all right there?
No, that went down the wrong pipe. My goodness, 9:30 in the morning.
So I went 3-1 to start the season. The one league I lost in, I had played a dude who had the highest score in the league, and I put up a pretty solid week, so I don't feel terrible about that. But off to a good start, and excited to see what happens in week number 2 here in fantasy football. I'll keep talking because this guy's choking on something.
That went through pretty good.
So, quick shout out to our affiliate, Monkey Knife Fight. So, Monkey Knife Fight, if you're not signed up yet, please do so. You can get in on some action on your DFS that Jay was just talking about. Your DFS where you're playing against the house and not against sharks. Use our promo code Tailgaters, and you get a 100% match up to your first $50 you deposit.
Right.
Free money. I like money.
It's free
I'm
money.
sure you all do too. It's free money. Get in there, have some fun, get some prop action going with these guys. Monkey Knife Fight. The company's been great to work with, and their site's a hell of a lot of fun. They do a lot of free promos and whatnot besides our what we have. So check them out. Check them out. MonkeyKnifeFight.com.
Promo code Tailgaters.
Tailgaters.
Baby. Come on now.
All right.
You gonna get into league news, injuries? I'm gonna fire up the flat top real quick and get some things prepped and ready to go.
Okay.
So go ahead and give us some league news there, brother. What's happening here week 2?
Let's see. Let's flip over
Definitely
to
a lot
the
of
news
injuries.
page. You know what? Well, there's a lot of injuries, and my hometown Bears. Allen Robinson's a little stir going on there. Robinson, he deleted all of his social media shit that had anything to do with the Bears. Guy's been wanting a new contract. The Bears extended Tariq Cohen. And maybe, you know what? Maybe they're single focused. Maybe they can only do one thing at a time, and they extended Cohen. Now they'll focus on Robinson. Hopefully they do. There's been rumors that he's demanded a trade. There's been rumors that he hasn't demanded a trade. Just today, the Bears came out and said they want to strike a deal with him. They do want to keep him, which they should do. The guy's one of the best receivers in the league. He's been nothing but a good citizen, a good football player since he's come to us from Jacksonville. So I hope the Bears work something out with A-Rob.
Man, they better not fluff that. If they flutter that thing, I'm telling you, man.
God. Yeah, seriously.
Not cool.
I know. No, that would be awful. As Jay said, there's a shitload of injuries, so why don't we get into a little bit of that. The first one I'm going to talk about will be 49ers tight end George Kittle, out with a knee. He got hit in the knee, kind of a low blow from, I think it was Buda Baker, maybe. And
Was it his left knee or his right knee?
I don't know.
Maybe it was the wee knee.
He got hit in the wee knee. But Kittle is out. There is a guy by the name of Jordan Reed. If you have the balls to play him, I wouldn't. But if you want to get some action on Jordan Reed, God bless you. Have fun with that. Anything else on George Kittle and the Niners and their situation?
Nope.
All right, he's sitting here cutting stuff in half. Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas has a high ankle. He's going to be out for a bit, probably a couple weeks with a high ankle. Again, with those things, you never know. Could be 2 weeks, could be 6 weeks, which is terrible because most people drafted him probably early or probably in the mid to late first round. So you're looking for some other. Hopefully you have some depth at wide receiver. To me, that bumps up Emmanuel Sanders quite a bit.
Big time.
People liked him as kind of a sleeper in this draft and a pass-heavy offense. And now with Michael Thomas out, look for Sanders to do well, and we'll talk about him later in the show. Tampa Bay lost. Tom Brady lost one of his toys in Tampa, and Chris Godwin. He's under the concussion protocol, and he's probably out for this week and probably next week.
You really think he's a toy over there? 230 yards? Yeah, okay.
You know what? Out of that offense, I got Godwin number 1, Evans, then probably Scotty Miller as far as the passing offense. Gronk, I don't even know. But
that's a lost cause there.
The Godwin, so obviously Mike Evans gets a bump, and then Scotty Miller. He's going to get see some more looks now too with Godwin out of the picture for the next week or two. Tennessee Titans wide receiver A.J. Brown. With a knee.
Brown's down.
Corey Davis, who was a first round pick, he gets a bump, and people are looking at him even if Brown was in the offense. Right?
Yep.
So Brown's down. Davis moves up the depth charts a little bit, so get him in your lineup if you got him. Lions wide receiver Kenny Galladay is still out with a hammy, and Eagles wide receiver Alshon Jeffrey is still out for the second straight week.
Eagles.
And Jeffrey's just someone that I'm just staying away from. I just want nothing to do with him. When he was with Chicago, when he's on the field, yeah, he's a decent player, but you got to be on the field. I want somebody there who's going to be there 15, 16 games a year. Not someone's going to show up for 6 or 7. So, no thanks. Passing on him.
Too, and you know what? Carson Wentz is he's a struggling son of a bitch, man.
He's Carson Wentz.
Yeah, and I don't like the receivers over there. Never have the last couple of years. And you know what? I think Nick Foles should have kept him. But that's just me.
Yep.
That's just me. I'm high on Nick Foles. You know this.
We got a handful of dudes who are questionable. Cortland Sutton, Brandon Cooks, Julian Edelman, Devontae Parker, Henry Ruggs on the Raiders, and Golden Tate on the Giants. So a lot of wide receivers are in the questionable zone. If you're like my buddy Jay here, he drafted like 12 wide receivers in our league, so he's got plenty of depth there.
Plenty of depth and nobody's hurt. Imagine that one. I shouldn't say that. Cortland Sutton's a little hurt.
Yeah. So, anyways, there's a lot of guys that are on the bubble. So make sure you're watching the pre-games here. And I have not seen anything on those guys just yet. Running back Philip Lindsay for the Broncos. He's out for the next couple of weeks with a turf toe. Turf toe always, like really turf toe. What the fuck is turf toe? It's a sprained toe. Apparently, it's a real bitch because you can't run or cut or something on it. I don't know. Never had it. But really, you got your toe hurts. Fuck on the field. Anyway,
you think Dicka whined about turf toe? No.
Yeah, exactly, exactly right. No. Johnny's not watching, but yet. But with Johnny, when he watched this video, Dicka, right? Remember that guy who told us that Dicka told a halftime speech with a badger hanging from his nutsack? Yeah, I don't think that happened either. But anyways, I don't think he'd sit out with turf toe. So another running back who was not playing this week, Le'Veon Bell from the Jets. People were down on him going into this year, and now Frank Gore gets to start in New Jersey. What do you think about that, Jay?
I'm liking what's going on there with Frankie, the ageless wonder, getting the start. I think Frank Gore's still got some stuff in that tank. And it is the Jets. I mean, whoever they're playing, I'm sorry, Sam Darnold, they're going to be keying on the run. They're going to be stacking the box against the
Niners
Jets
this week.
I mean, Buffalo, Le'Veon Bell or not, Buffalo shut them down, period. And they're going to have a hard time this week in San Francisco. So
this is true.
And Frank Gore, it's a homecoming for Frank Gore.
It is. I know.
I can see Frank Gore though maybe doing a little something. Although it's
going to be motivated. You know what?
Tough defense.
I mean, he's going to want that ball in the red zone, right? He's going to want to score against his old team.
You got to get to the red zone first.
The Colts, they're without their tight end, Jack Doyle. He is out with an ankle and a knee.
Doyle rules!
And another note on the Colts, Marlon Mack. He's also done for the year. This is probably not new news to everybody, but Jonathan Taylor and Naeem Hines get a big bump. Out of those two, I love Jonathan Taylor. I love Jonathan Taylor going into a draft. I thought he was going to a great situation with a veteran quarterback, a good offensive line, and this guy can run, catch. I think Jonathan Taylor is the man to be had in that backfield going forward for the rest of the season.
Definitely.
I think he's going to have probably a candidate for Rookie of the Year because he's going to get a lot of opportunities to do a lot of good things. So he'll be in the conversation for sure. Good morning to you, Susan. How you doing out there? Good to see you watching. Tom, Adam, Dan, Travis, Amber, Scott.
Tommy Guns.
What's going on, y'all? Good to see y'all watching our show. Thanks for joining us this beautiful Sunday morning here. Hopefully, wherever you all are, it's beautiful there as well.
Yeah, buddy.
You know what? It's NFL Sunday. It doesn't matter if it's snowing, raining, or sunny out. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
It could be 20 below. It's still going to be a beautiful
day. It's beautiful.
But I'll take this right now, though. Honestly, I'll take 62 and sunny.
This is fucking fantastic. Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, I can't complain. All right. So, any other news or notes you want to throw out there before we move on, sir?
Other than Brian and I, as some of you guys know, we got a little outstanding bet going on here. He has bet that Kyler Murray will have more fantasy points than Josh Allen come year's end. I took a $25 bet on that because I said you're higher than a kite. I'm sorry, Josh Allen will definitely. To me, it's a no-brainer. So what happened week one? What happened week one?
How many weeks did they play this year?
Hey, well, we don't know yet, right? So, week one,
Dick.
Kyler Murray, 29 points. Solid performance, especially against San Francisco's defense, right?
He's up by, 2 points?
Solid. Josh Allen, 32. Already 3 to the good. Wait till you see what happens today when Allen goes off. Probably hits 38 points this week. Maybe he's going to be close to 40.
Kyler's got a juicy matchup too.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're going to get into that in our true-false later, so don't get too far ahead of yourself there, buckaroo.
Oh, I'm fine. That's it from Minutes, and let's get into our recap from last week.
Let's get into the six-pack recap, and man, did I fucking put out a skunky six-pack. I don't even want to spend too much time on this.
Not me.
My first pick, I had Austin Eckler. He had 9. The good thing about Eckler, he had 20 touches, so he is a big part of this offense, right? 20 touches is great. Anytime you get somebody in that ballpark on a Sunday, you want some action on that. However, he didn't find the end zone, and he only had 1 catch. So that's what sucked. He didn't get the checkdowns like he got from Phillip last year. Tyrod Taylor, I think he would probably scrambles before he checks down. So that didn't work out so well for Eckler. They need to find a way to get this guy open in space because he is a great player, and they need to figure it out. So that was a bust in week 1.
Look, I said it. I said it in the beginning of the year. This offense, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, stay away from them all. Hunter Henry, just stay away from them. Because Tyrod Taylor is a game manager. He is the most conservative quarterback there is in the league. He is not going to be throwing the ball down the field, and he can't even get the ball to Austin Eckler coming out of the backfield. So I feel bad for everybody that went crazy on Eckler and Keenan Allen this year because it's going to be a lost cause there in L.A.
Week 4, did I say for Herbert, or 3? I think 4. And you said 6.
I believe I said 5 or 6 because of the home game and the stretch they got.
So we'll see. All right, there we go. All right, what do you got?
My worst one this week was last week was Michael Thomas. Now, granted, he got hurt. He got hurt, but 3 catches, 17 yards, coming off a career and historic friggin' year last year. And, it sucks that he's out this week. It was kind of bound to happen, I would say. You get those guys, but he got hurt. He's going to be out for a little bit, and it's going to be tough. But, 4 points, 3 for 17. If you're in a PPR league, God, if you didn't have PPR, you really sucked that week.
Moving on, I had Big Ben Roethlisberger, and you know what? He did not have a terrible game. He had 229 yards and 3 touchdowns, so that's what saved his ass. He didn't have the yardage, but he didn't have the tutties. I know Juju's very happy to have him back because he found the end zone twice with Big Ben. 23 points, but you know what? It was not good enough to be a QB1. He was QB number 12 in week number 1. So just that terrible week, but I was hoping for a little bit better on the yardage side from Big Ben in week number 1, but he is looking like he could be a good play going forward. Jay?
Nice. I had, for my quarterback last week, I had Lamarvius Action Jackson, 20 for 25, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, 45 rushing yards. Come on, 29 points. Action Jackson, I still had said he should have been a top 3 pick in most NFL fantasy drafts. I know he wasn't because people shy away from quarterbacks. But when you put up those kind of numbers, and he's going to do it consistently week in, week out, Lamar Jackson, 29 points.
Yup.
Come on.
All right. Next pick I had, my 6-pack last week, was Indy's D at Jacksonville, and they laid an egg. Only 4 points. And they lost the effing game. Like, are you kidding me? The Jaguars, again, we talked about them last week. They traded away everybody who knew how to play football, and they still were able to beat the Colts, who actually are kind of a sexy Super Bowl pick for some teams, or at least to make it up in pretty far in the playoffs of the AFC. And they couldn't beat the Jaguars in Week 1. Awful, pathetic. Moving on, Jay.
All right, I had Aaron Jones for Green Bay going against Minnesota last week, and what did he do?
Oh, it smells good.
66 yards rushing, 4 catches, 10 yards. Not very sexy numbers, but he had that touchdown, and that was the saving grace. 17 points in most leagues. Aaron Jones is going to be a workhorse in Green Bay. Love him.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's why I didn't pick him. All right, tight end George Kittle. What a disappointment. Dude hurt his knee. He hurt his knee. He did come back, but obviously he wasn't himself, and, I'll take a mulligan on that if I can. 8 points, 4 for 44, and now he's out. So, I'll consider that my mulligan for Week 1.
All right. I had Derek the Beast Henry. What did he do against Denver? 116 rushing yards, 3 catches, 15 yards. He looked pretty good last week. I love me some Derrick Henry. The only issue that Derrick Henry had last week was he did not find pay dirt. Look for him this week, though, to definitely find that and do some good running downfield, baby. Come on.
It's you, I think. Yes, that's right. He will. You play him. Next dude I had was Deshaun Jackson. He was a sexy pick week number 1 with all the injuries that Philly had. What did Philly do? They threw their tight ends. Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert got all the love. I think Goddard had 9 targets. Ertz had 7. Jackson, 2 catches, 46 yards. Very pedestrian. Not even pedestrian. It was dog shit. So thanks to Sean. A lot of people got fucked if they picked you last week. All right, go ahead, Jay.
Not a problem. I had Buffalo's defense last week. Hey, 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception, 3 sacks, only allowed 17 points. Flirted with double digits for a defense, which is kind of what you're looking for. Finished off with 8. No problem with that defense. Granted, they're going to be struggling a little bit, missing 2 of their key linebackers this week.
Milano and Edmonds.
But yes, it's going to be a little tough, but hey, got a lot of faith in Buffalo this year, so I'm all good still on the Buffalo train, baby.
I'm a big Edmonds fan. I love that guy. I love the way he plays, and yeah, it does hurt their D in the middle a little bit. So last pick I had was Tyreek the Freak, and you know what? His only saving grace was his late touchdown, and he had an okay day. 15 points, not terrible. I was hoping that he'd get you 20 or more, but 5 for 46, and like I said, what saved his ass was that touchdown late in the game to give you 15 points. So that wraps up my 6-pack. I wasn't super excited about it. Hill and Roethlisberger were okay. The rest were a big flaming bag of dog shit.
Well, I'm going to finish off my 6-pack with the one and only Calvin Ridley, who I knew was going to have a great game, and he did. 9 catches, 130 yards, found pay dirt twice in that end zone, came up in most leagues with 34 fantasy points, and hell, Julio Jones had a damn good day himself as well. Matt Ryan, I think, has a beautiful receiving core right now. Let's see if they can get Hayden Hurst going, but Calvin Ridley, I wanted to pick him again this week. I wanted to go back-to-back with Calvin Ridley because I have a funny feeling Calvin Ridley's going to go off again this week. Calvin Ridley, by far my stud in my 6-pack. I had a fantastic 6-pack other than Michael Thomas. Happy with it. 34 points. Calvin Ridley. Yeah, buddy.
Ridley was huge, and I got him on 2 of my 4 teams. So I'm pretty excited about that. I like Ridley this year a lot.
Yeah, buddy.
Like it a lot. All right, let's move on to 6-packs for week number 2. Our brand new, fresh, unopened 6-packs.
Yeah, buddy.
You down?
I'm good, man. You go ahead and start it off.
All right, you hang over there, play with your meat, and I'm going to pull out my 6-pack here for week
God, I
number
thought you were
1.
going to pull out some sausage.
And, no sausage. I got my 6-pack here right in front of you, and I'm going to start off with, let's go to the Mile High City with the Denver Broncos right here. Actually, yeah, Denver Broncos. We have tight end Noah Fant. Noah Fant was the number 3 tight end in week number 1 with 19 points. He had 5 for 81 and a tutty. Most of that was early in the game, and they kind of went away from him. Now he goes into Pittsburgh. Look for the Broncos QB to lock into him in this game. Do you like that?
I like where you went. That's fine. That's
He's going to lock into him in this game again, and I see him going somewhere in the mid-teens. And he will be a top 10 tight end play in week number 2. Give me Noah Fant as my number 1 player, my 6-pack this week.
Like it. So we got a fresh, nice 6-pack going right here. And oh yeah, look at that. We got a little Buffalo action happening. Imagine that, right?
Buffalo.
But we're going to start this one off with Seattle at the moment, right? We're going to go with Seattle. And here is who I'm liking this week out of Seattle. And that is none other than Chris Carson. Going up against that Patriot defense that I do believe is vulnerable. He only had 24 rushing yards. 21, 24, right? Right in that area.
Half of
rushing
them
yards
out for COVID.
Last week. But he did go 6 catches for 45 yards and 2 touchdowns. Miami was no test for New England and their defense. I believe it's a weak front 7 that they got going on there. Look for Carson to have a big rushing day. I think it's going to get out of hand early. I think Russell Wilson's going to come out throwing the ball, and then it's just going to be a run-heavy offense late. Chris Carson's going to be big today. Look for him to be flirting with 20 this week.
You know, my eldest son was just offered Chris Carson for Saquon Barkley. He
I
texted me,
would have probably have taken
and
that.
he told me, he's like, Dad, I was offered Chris Carson for Saquon Barkley. What do I do? I said, politely tell the fellow to go fuck a goat. Like, there's no way I would take Chris Carson for Saquon Barkley. But
Well.
anyways, hey, quick shout out, Danny Wolf. What's up, brother? Good to see you watching here. All right, let's move on. My number 2 pick in my 6-pack. Arizona Cardinals defense. They get the Washington Redskins this week in the desert. Cross-country trips are a bitch. I don't care if you're going from east to west or west to east. It's a tough thing to do. Arizona's D did look pretty good week 1 against the Niners, and I like them to get you at least 10 points this week against a young Washington offense who's still trying to find themselves. And the Cardinals, they got a good young D that's going to be flying around that desert, kicking their ass. So give me the Arizona defense in my 6-pack.
I like it. I like it. You know what? I'm going to stay on that defensive side of the ball with you, buddy. And I am going with San Francisco's defense this week, going up against none other than the New Jersey Jets, who, guess what? They've got
the under.
They've got no Le'Veon Bell. Hell, they don't even have Jamison Crowder this game because he's going to be out.
I'm loving the under.
And,
now.
you know,
love the under in that game.
And Darnold. I'm sorry, Sam Darnold struggles. And, you know, last year the big joke was him seeing ghosts. He's going to be seeing ghosts all year, facing tough defenses. Jets are not scoring points, period. You know, the only reason the Jets scored 17 was because at the end of the game, I was talking to Brian, you know. Brian had the over on that game, and they weren't there. It was 34. He needed over 39. I made a phone call to Leslie Frazier. I said, Leslie, let them score this last touchdown here. It's not going to matter, right? And they did. They let the touchdown go through at the very end of the game. This guy hit on the over. So San Francisco's defense will shut down the New Jersey Jets. And Sam Darnold, he's going to be seeing something, man. I don't know what, but he's definitely seeing something.
All right, let's go to... The helmet won't stay on there. Let's go to Dallas. Dallas Cowboys. They get the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons led up over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns to Russell Wilson week number 1. Dak has the weapons to do something very similar. They're looking to bounce back from their week 1 loss against the Rams. And Dak is one of those dual threat quarterbacks. Anytime you got a guy who can get yards, get you points with yards in the air and yards on the ground, you got to love it. Look for Dak to be a top 5 quarterback play this week against the Falcons. Weak defense. And put him in a 6-pack, babe.
Like it. All right, I'm going to go to Atlanta. Let's go to hot Atlanta for Hayden Hurst. Going up against the Cowboys. Look, I talked about Calvin Ridley. I really wanted to go with him again. The Cowboys do not have a very good defensive back core. The Cowboys struggle on defense, period. Mike McCarthy, look, man, he's still struggling trying to find himself, I think, in Dallas right now. Hayden Hurst has big shoes to fill with Austin Hooper's departure, but I believe he's going to outgo his numbers from last week where he only had 3 catches, 38 yards. He was only targeted 5 times. I think Matt Ryan's going to be finding him at least 6 to 7 times this week, targeting him close to 9. And I think you're going to see Hayden Hurst with close to 80-some points, 80-some yards, and a touchdown this week. I like me some Hayden Hurst against that Cowboy defense.
You know, this Atlanta-Dallas game, and we'll tell you this one of our games of the week, as you see lined up here in front of us, 53.5 over-under. So they're expecting some fireworks in this game, as are we. All right, next dude, my 6-pack, I have going to Pittsburgh. Their tight end, Eric Ebron. He did not do a hell of a lot in week number 1. However, he now gets Denver, who led up 2 touchdowns to tight ends in week number 1. Guess what? Eric Ebron's a tight end. It's all kind of adding up. This is looking good for Eric Ebron in week number 2. Denver's defense is actually really tough against the run in the red zone. So what are they going to do? They're going to look for those 2-3 yard passes to their tight end. So he's got an opportunity to get a score or 2. And I'd say a score, and flirting with probably the mid-teens for Eric Ebron is where I envision this dude to end up in week number 1. but I like him as a option, especially with if you're struggling looking for a tight end with George Kittle being shelved. Eric Ebron's not a horrible option in week number 2.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. I am going to Tennessee. Let's go to Tennessee right now. And it's not Derrick Henry. It is Adam Humphries this week. A.J. Brown out. Corey Davis questionable. The Jaguars gave up 357 passing yards to Phillip Rivers and the Colts. Jacksonville does not have a defensive back core whatsoever. They got a terrible coach in Doug Moron. And I'm telling you right now, Adam Humphries is going to have a great game against this defense. Watch for him to shine. Give me some Adam Humphries in my 6-pack, baby.
Okay, I like it. Let's move on to the next guy I have in my 6-pack in the helmet that I was fucking around with earlier. Indianapolis Colts quarterback Phillip Rivers.
Riverboat!
Phillip Rivers. He gets the Vikings, who were just horrendous against Aaron Rodgers, another crafty veteran, at home last week. And now he gets Mr. Checkdown himself, Phillip Rivers. And he has a shot at being a top 8. Top 8 is where I'm going with Rivers this week, which means he should be a starter for you.
Okay.
In week number 2, 25 points or more from Rivers this week is what I'm seeing against that shitty Vikings pass D. If Aaron Rodgers can do it, Phillip Rivers can do it at home. Let's go with him in my 6-pack. Get out of here, you fucking bee.
All right, we are going to go with Green Bay. God, I swear, some of these guys, I was all in Tennessee, Atlanta, Green Bay last week.
This is way too close to me.
We're doing some more Green Bay, but it's not going to be Aaron Jones. It is going to be MVS, Marquez Valdez Scantling this week against Detroit. Anthony Miller had a good game for the Bears against that defense. Detroit's hurting a little bit. Anthony Miller, last week, Marquez Valdez Scantling went 4 for 96. Anna Tutty, Devontae Adams went off last week. I believe Aaron Rodgers is going to be finding MVS a little bit more today. I think Devontae Adams is going to come down from those numbers he had. He hit the 40 burger last week. He's not going to be sitting at 40. He's probably going to be just a little under 20. Look for MVS to be the main guy in Green Bay this week, catching that ball. Love me some MVS. Go Pack, go. I know you're loving that.
You fucking said that. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I love you, Bri. I love you, Bri.
What's wrong with you? Are you fucking kidding me right now? All right, let's wrap up my 6-pack here. You know what? I kind of want to change now and pick like a Dolphin or a Patriot or a
Go ahead.
Or,
give me some fish magic.
But I'm not going to. I am going to get stung by a bee, and I am going to go with New Orleans Saints wide receiver. Oh, I almost killed that motherfucker. Emmanuel Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders, with Michael Thomas out, has a chance to put up some big numbers this week. They are going into Las Vegas, opening the new Allegiant Stadium and the desert out there. And I expect a high-scoring game. Sanders to get at least, say, 7 to 9 targets. He's going to go over 100 yards. And if he gets that, finds that pay dirt, he could be in the low 20s for you this week, which is a great play. Great play. So Emmanuel Sanders, giving me Emmanuel Sanders to wrap up my 6-pack.
I got me some E-Sands. I got me some
E-Sands.
All right, to wrap up my 6-pack, we are going with Buffalo, baby. We've got to go with Buffalo, and we are taking none other than Joshua Patrick Allen. That's right, Joshua Patrick Allen. Last week, 33 of 46. Everybody said Josh Allen had a problem with accuracy. Well, guess what? We're in year 3 right now. He does not have a problem with accuracy so far. He's got a hell of a bunch of weapons going for him with Stephon Diggs, downtown Johnny Brown, Cole Beasley. He was pushing that ball all over the place last week. Will they pass 46 times against Miami? I'm not sure, but I do like me some Josh Allen because he's going to get you some of them points on the ground. What did he have last week? 14 carries, 57 yards. He had a rushing touchdown. He had 2 passing touchdowns. Josh Allen is the man in Buffalo. It is about time Buffalo had a franchise quarterback. I love where the hell this team is going. I love the weapons that Josh Allen has. Last year against Miami, he went off. Him and John Brown connected on 2 touchdowns. John Brown had 150 yards receiving. Josh Allen threw all over the place and ran all over the place. Josh Allen this week needs to be in a DFS lineup. He's got to be in your 6-pack. That's why he's in mine. Go Buffalo, baby. Josh Allen, put him in your 6-pack.
I think I actually did pick him in my DFS lineup. I'm not shit you not. I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, buddy. Of course you did.
Let's
Of course you did.
Because this is.
Of course you
I'm
did.
going to move this out of here. Those are our 6-packs for week number 2. Hopefully, we gave you some insight on what to do or what not to do. Yeah. So there we go. Let's move on to our next segment here.
True false.
This is True False. We're going to wrap up a quick recap of week number 1. See how we
I gotta
did.
get some eggs going.
And
here,
Jay's got to cook some eggs. I'm swatting bees. We're drinking beers. We're drinking
we're
screwdrivers.
we're having fun,
It's
baby.
a fucking great day. All right. Question I had to Jay last week. First question was Tom Brady. Would he get over 280 yards? Jay said no fucking way. He's right. 239 yards. So he's 1 for 1 so far. Come on, talk to me.
Oh, I thought you were giving me all 3 right off the bat.
You know what?
No.
I can. No, yeah, keep doing.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Keep
go
playing
ahead.
with your meat, and I'll do this. All right. Next question I had for Jay, too. Monday Night Football. Both road teams were favored to win. I asked him, would it happen? He said, hell yeah, that's going to happen. Jay was right. He's 2 for 2. Last question I had for Jay was about the Bills and the Jets. I like to give my buddy a question regarding his hometown team.
Yep.
And asked him about the over-unders because there's been a lot of unders, low-scoring games between those 2 yahoos. And the over-under was set at 39. I said, are they going to go over? Should I put my money on the over this week, Jay? Jay said, yes, dude. Put your money on it over. That's where it's at. It happened. Over-under was 39. 44 was the total. Jay made me some money.
That phone call, baby.
I should probably buy
It was that phone call, baby.
Now I feel like I should be buying breakfast. Fuck. Jay went 3 for 3 in week number 1. He gets a gold star and a scratch and sniff sticker for his picks.
Hey, you know, I'm just starting off where I ended last year. That's all. I was hot on the true falses, so I have no problem. Brian, you finished 2-1. Not too bad last week. The first question I had was whether or not the Bears at 3-14 in week 1 on the road since 1966, could they pull a victory out in Detroit? At first, Brian said false, but then he had to rethink it and said true. And guess what? It happened. Trubisky all of a sudden woke up. You know, he woke up in the 4th quarter. All right, way to go, Truby.
Hey.
Next one I had was Derrick Henry against Denver's D. Could Henry go off on Denver's D, run for 150 yards and a touchdown? He said, no way, false. He was right. Henry only had 116 yards, but Henry did not find the end zone. So you definitely got that one right as well. Fucker's going in my mouth. That fucking bee was heading for my mouth, man. It's fucking bullshit here. The last question was, will Tom Brady throw for over 250 yards and 2 touchdowns in week number 1? Brian said, yeah, that's going to happen. Yeah, no, it didn't. He only threw for 239 yards. Tom Brady's a sack of shit.
But wait a minute.
And,
how many touchdowns did he have?
At 3.
Okay.
Wait, 3? 2.
So I was 11
2,
yards
maybe
off on that.
You
all right.
Hey, I don't care. He's not throwing for 250.
I was 11 yards off.
He's not throwing for
Get off
250.
my fucking job.
He's not throwing for 250. Come on.
11
he's
yards.
He's not doing it. Not doing it.
Fuck me in 11 yards.
That's right.
Fucking A.
That's right.
Fucking
That's
A.
just how it works, bro. That's just how it works. So he went 2-1. We got new.
Fuck, 11 yards, 2-1. 11
right.
fucking yards.
Hey, man. It's not my problem you can't go 3-0.
Now I'm pissed. Now I'm pissed.
All right, so we got a new true false going here. Let's start off. I'll start mine off for you, Brian.
Wait.
And we're going to continue with Tom Brady, can we?
No.
What?
I want to give a big old cheers to Miss Christine Sturm.
Oh!
What is up, sister? Good to see you watching.
Hello, drunk one.
Brian Bonte, nice to see you watching. Hello, drunk one.
That was so great. That was probably...
Hey, you know what? I had a great time in Fuck My
That was
Vagina, North
great.
Carolina. It was a great thank you for being the hostess with the mostest.
Hello,
drunk one. It was fantastic. All right, let's go. All right, go ahead. Go ahead with your.
All right.
Throw some more Tom Brady shit
All right,
at
so
me.
we're going to give him another Tom Brady question this week. And the Tom Brady question this week is... Tom Brady only passed for 239 yards. Obviously, we're beating that one to a horse because
11
the guy
yards!
sucks. Last
11.
week against the Saints on the road.
11.
This week, he is home against the Panthers, who also gave up 239 yards to a much younger, a much stronger arm in Derek Carr. Can Tom Brady pass for over 250 yards? We're going to just leave the touchdowns out of it. Can he pass for over 250 yards
250
in this game?
You're gonna be at 250, not 239.
Nope.
I get 250.
250.
250. I'm gonna say, yeah, because I took the over in this game. I think there's gonna be some scoring in this game. I don't have a lot of faith in either defense. So give me the over, and give me the over on the 250 on those yardage. On that yardage.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Question for you, fine sir. Dallas Goedert led all tight ends with
Yes,
24
he did.
fantasy points.
Yes, he did.
8 for 101 and a tutty. 9 targets. Ertz was 15th last week. Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz was probably the third or fourth tight end taken in most leagues, right? Will Goddard get enough volume in week number 2 versus the Rams to be a top 5 play at tight end in week number 2?
Will Goddard, yes.
Will Goddard be a top 5? Kittle's out. You still got Ertz there. Maybe Ertz is the man this week. Think about this. Is Goddard going to be a top 5 fantasy play at tight end this week?
Yes. Yes, I do believe he will be top-notch, top 5. Dallas Goedert, yes.
Buffalo J drinking the Dallas Goddard Kool-Aid.
I am.
Next question.
I said it. I said in the beginning of the year he's going to have more points than Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is on his way out. My next question to you is...
I feel like I'm in Vegas.
Will Denver be able to get the two-headed monster in Lindsey and Gordon? Obviously Lindsey not. But basically, can they rush the ball this week, get over 100 total yards?
Rushing?
Running back, their whole running back core. Can they get 100 scrimmage yards against Pittsburgh's vaunted defense?
I was going to say, you know what, this is a tough one because in my personal opinion, I think the Steelers, Eric Newcomb, I know you're not watching, but you should.
I didn't like those.
But I think the Steelers they're in conversation for the best defense in the league. They're in the conversation. It's going to be tough. They're on the road. Melvin Gordon, you're going to get some Royce Freeman in there a little bit. Over 100 yards against the
Scrimmage
Steelers
yards.
deep. Yep. The Steelers played who in week 1?
They played Giants. They shut
They shut
Saquon
Saquon
down
down.
to 6 total yards rushing.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. As much as I want to say yes, because I love the Broncos and I love Gordon, I think the Broncos will probably be under 100 yards rushing because that Steelers defense is really fucking good. So
you're saying no?
under 100.
Under 100. All right.
Under
I
100.
like it.
All right, here you go.
I like it.
Actually, I'm going to move my number 2 to number 3, so you're going to get this one. The Road Warriors. The road teams won 8 games. On average, over the last several years, the home team wins 60% of their games. With no or limited crowds, will we see at least 8 road wins again in week number 2?
Wow. Okay. That's a tough one.
I know. Well,
You don't have. Wait. You don't have.
You
the
went 3
whole-
for 3, so I had to fuck with you a
Come
little
on,
bit.
man. Now
So week number 1.
You don't have a list of all the
I do
damn
have
games.
all, I have all
What
the
do you got here?
games.
What
I
do you
have
got?
everything
What do
right
you got?
there.
Where's
I have
my
everything you need. I have the money line. I have the over-under. I have all the lines. I have everything. Look, these are all your favorites, brother.
I see the favorites. It's not telling me who the fuck's at home. That's not helping me right now. Oh, this fucking guy.
Oh, Jesus. You want me to do
You know what?
this for you?
It's 8. Wait. 8. No. This week, no. Let's give it to the home teams. We're going to give it to the home teams. Home teams will do better. Home teams will do better. Don't worry about it. I'm done. Nope. That's simple. That's what we're doing.
I think you're right.
Okay?
Buccaneers are home, right?
Yes. That don't mean shit. It's Tom Brady.
So what'd you say?
I said the home teams will have more points or more wins this week.
So false.
That's what I believe will happen.
Okay. All right, hit me with your best shot.
All right, my last one is with
for you.
your beloved Bears. Saquon Barkley rushed 15 times for 6 yards last week. He was the number 2 pick in most drafts. Will he, against the Bears, have at least 100 total yards, again, from scrimmage?
Oh, fuck yeah. Easy.
You really believe that?
Absolutely he will.
Wow.
Absolutely he will.
That I find shocking.
Saquon Barkley is a freaking physical specimen, dude. The guy
did nothing last week.
Well, I know, but I think the Steelers
Did
have one of the best
nothing.
defenses.
Nothing last week.
Steelers, Bills, maybe throw the Ravens in there. I don't know. But I think I got the Steelers as their one defense right now. The Bears, I have not seen yet. I know Khalil Mack and Robert Quinn are both questionable. I do not know if either one are playing just yet. I have not seen the news. If anybody knows, please tell me. But anyways, Barkley, he's going to get his yards. He's definitely going to get his yards. Rushing and receiving is going to happen. Bears are very good at, just keeping people under you, right? Let's just keep them down here. Oh my
I don't have
God.
a plate. My bad.
Oh, my God.
But that's yours.
Oh, that's hot as balls. I'm going to set that down for a minute. And so, yeah, I say Barkley's going to go over 100.
Okay. All right.
Combined yards.
100 combined. 100 combined yards.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Is it my turn?
Oh, is there one more? Oh, there's one more?
My turn now, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Lamar Jackson.
Oh, shit.
Pat Mahomes.
Oh, shit.
Deshaun Watson.
Yep. Okay.
What do all three have in common after week 1?
Don't even tell me. Oh, they scored more points than Josh Allen.
No.
What do you got?
They all scored less points.
Ah,
than
okay.
Josh Allen.
Hey, I should have known that. Lamar had 29.
So, will Josh Allen top at least 2 of those 3?
Definitely. That's a no. He's going to top all 3. But yes, definitely.
What the?
Yep.
You know, if there wasn't a lady present, I would just. So he is saying true.
Yep.
And for the bonus points, he's going all 3.
All 3.
I don't know if I'm offering bonus points on that, but I'm going to do it anyways because I'm feeling generous. Wow. So he's going to have more points than Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, and Deshaun Watson.
You got it. Not combined, right? We're not talking about combined. Right.
Yeah, you silly.
All right, just making sure we're on the same page.
What the hell?
Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this breakfast. Sammy. Bees are everywhere. It is what it is.
The bee's knees. Get out of here.
Turn this off real quick.
What was that? Oh, I got a little extra protein on this one. All right. Well, I think that. Wait, you got one more true false for me, dude.
No, I gave you all 3, bro.
Did you really?
I gave you all 3, man. Come on.
Do you go first?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I guess
All right,
I did.
Whatever. All right. True false is done for the week. We have our questions, and we're going to get on to our games of the week. Unless Jay wants to talk about these delicious Sammys he just threw out in
Hey,
our,
you know what? We just did some
here.
beautiful Porter Road sausage, maple, bacon concoction that they have. It's so good. Scrambled eggs with cheese on a bagel. I mean, is there any better way to start out a football Sunday than with
Sounds
something
kinda
like
fantastic.
that? So let's. I'm going to have a bite real quick, and we're going to get into the games of the week
I thought you were
this
gonna
week.
Cheers me. Shit.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers, bro.
Cheers to a
It's hotter than some
Cheers
bitch.
to a sandwich.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
To the lovely assistant over here, can we get some napkins?
I thought you were going to offer a fucking sandwich.
Well, I do have to make her a sandwich. Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Actually, I should probably make her a sandwich. I should do that right now.
oh,
While we get into our games of the week.
all right.
Oh, man, that's actually really good.
Okay, here we go.
What's the first game, brother? Come on.
Wow.
We're going to try to give you guys some fantasy insight for these games of the week that we have going on.
That's the kind of sandwich you just want to jump up and slap your mama.
Oh, man, that's good
all right.
stuff.
Here we go. We are going to start off in the state of Texas.
Beautiful.
Baltimore goes into Houston. Baltimore is favored by a touchdown. Over under is 49 points in this game. I do think Baltimore is a better team. I do think Baltimore is going to get the dub. Not sure if they're going to cover that 7 though. So I guess I'm going to take Houston if you're going to give me 7 points. The over under 49, I'm going to go over. Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson. You know what? I remember when they played in college. It was a hell of a lot of fun. Clemson versus Louisville. The camera was shaking on TV. There was so much excitement for that game. That's what it's all about. Hopefully, unfortunately, this is not going to be the same environment. You're not going to have the same environment when these kids played before. But again, it's going to be fantastic to watch them go at it on Sunday. Can't wait for this to happen. Baltimore and Houston. The key to the game, so I'm not going to talk about all the fantasy players in here, but the guy I like in this game is actually Will Fuller. So I think Baltimore is going to get out ahead early in this game, which means Houston's going to be throwing a lot. And with DeAndre Hopkins gone, Will Fuller is now the man. He is currently healthy. He's going to get a lot of volume. And I think Will Fuller is going to have a great fantasy day today for you for the Houston Texans.
Yeah, you know, I like that, Brian, and I agree. I think this is going to be a really good game. I think fantasy-wise, there's a lot to really like in this game. As far as the Baltimore Ravens go, look, Houston is definitely hurting on defense, I personally believe. And I think you can put anybody in there this week, and it's going to be a fantastic game offensively. Point-wise, Lamar Jackson's going to have a good game. I think Deshaun Watson may struggle just a little bit. But I do believe you stay away from the running backs in this game against Baltimore. Will Fuller definitely is a target you're going to see. I think the consensus between me and Brian, play some Will Fuller for Houston. You'll be in good shape.
You going to go the over on the 49? I think I'm taking you over on that for sure.
I would probably take the over with the 49 on that game, yes.
I could see a 34-30 game very easily and something like that.
Definitely.
All right. Let's move on to the desert. The opening on Monday Night Football game, we have New Orleans going into Las Vegas to open up their new stadium for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Saints are laying 5.5 on the road. 48.5 is your total in this game. Excuse me. And I got the Saints win this game by a touchdown. Even without Michael Thomas, I think the Saints have enough weapons. Alvin Kamara looked fantastic in week number 1. And so did Josh Jacobs. So this is going to be a fantasy running back heavy game. You could be down by, say, 20-some-odd points and have one of those dudes on your bench, and you'll probably be safe because they're going to go get you that 25 or 28 what you need. So don't feel bad if you're down heading into Monday night with Kamara or Jacobs still sitting on your bench. I only want to pick one guy, but I love both of them. I think Kamara and Jacobs are going to go bananas and have a great Monday night game here. And but give me the Saints by a touchdown and the opening of the Vegas stadium.
You know, I think you and I are definitely on the same page so far for the first two games. I like this game. I think this is going to be an awesome Monday night football game.
It's going to be fun.
And I like where the Raiders, I can't call them the Vegas Raiders, but I love where the Vegas Raiders are going, okay? Josh Jacobs is a workhorse. He is going to have a hell of a game against this Saints defense. I like Darren Waller in this game. I think Darren Waller could be an X factor for Derek Carr in this game.
Not a bad pick.
No. Getting to the Saints side of the ball, Emmanuel Sanders. You've got to love some Emmanuel Sanders in this game.
Got to get him in. He's in my DFS.
Yes. Now, I do think Kamara is going to have more receiving yards than rushing yards. I do believe that in this game. I think up front, Vegas looks very stout. It's going to be with their linebackers and their defensive backs, and that's where I think you're going to see Kamara in a PPR league. You've got to go with Kamara. I like this game. I think the stud coming out of this game, though, don't hate me, is going to be Josh Jacobs. I really think he will be the stud coming out of this Monday night matchup, and I love it.
It's going to be a great game. Looking forward to it. All right, let's go back to Texas. We were just there. Let's go back. Atlanta at Dallas. So we got the Cowboys at home laying 3.5. 53.5 is your total, the highest total actually of the week. So Vegas is expecting some fireworks to happen in this ball game, and so Jay and I are too. You know, we talked about this game a little bit earlier. We talked about how much we love Ridley in this game. I like Dak Prescott in this game, and again, he's got Zeke. He has Amari Cooper. CeeDee Lamb actually looked pretty decent in his first game too as a Cowboy. Michael Gallup, I've not been very high on him. I don't know why. He's one of those boomer bust guys.
Yeah.
Those guys I don't want to play. But CeeDee Lamb I would play over Gallup actually in this game. Anyways, in this game, my favorite player, I already had him in my six-pack, so I'm going to stick with it, is Dak Prescott. At home against Atlanta. Russell Wilson went bananas against him. I think Prescott could do the same, and have a very good fantasy day for you in Dallas this weekend, today.
All right. He might be high on Dak. I am not. Dak Prescott has had no God, fucking B. Dak Prescott has had 0 passing touchdowns against the Atlanta Falcons in his career. 0. Sure, some might say he's due. I think he's not. I think he is going to struggle. Are there going to be fireworks? Sure, but I think it's going to come from the Atlanta side of the ball. I think Todd Gurley is going to have a good game against this Dallas defense. Zeke,
really?
Yes, I do have a lot of faith in Zeke this week. But when it comes to quarterbacks, Matt Ryan will outperform, outshine, out-touchdown Dak Prescott in this one. I love where I was going with Hayden Hurst. I like Calvin Ridley. Love me some Julio Jones. There will be fireworks, but it's not going to be from Dallas. It'll be from hot Atlanta, baby. That's what I got. One player on Dallas, and that's Zeke. That's the only one if you're playing somebody from that team. Yeah, freaking buddy. I'm sure some Texas people are not liking me right now, but
okay, pal.
It is what it is.
All right, here we go. Let's move on to the where do we want to go? Let's go to Pittsburgh. The Steelers get the Denver Broncos coming in there. Broncos, we already mentioned, they're without Phillip Lindsay. We like Noah Fant. I think Jay kind of agrees with me on a Noah Fant play this week. Melvin Gordon, he's going to be lead back. He's going to be getting most of the touches. Hopefully he gets enough receptions out of the backfield to be worthwhile to start in your league. Ben Roethlisberger looked decent in week number 1. And Juju was super happy to have Big Ben back.
Juju definitely was a happy camper.
Yep, he was. And the Pittsburgh backfield, not sure what's going on there. So James Conner went out. Benny Snell came in. Benny Snell had a nice late spark for the Steelers late in the game last week on Monday night. And Benny Snell might be the guy going forward, but Conner apparently is healthy now all of a sudden.
Yeah, healthy?
Too much uncertainty for me to start either one of those guys. I'm not starting either one until I know what the hell's going on there. So I'm staying away from the Steelers' backfield. The guy I love in this game, other than Noah Fant, because I had him in my six-pack, is Juju. Ben was super happy to have Juju. Juju was super happy to have Ben back. It's like a puppy who lost his dog, an owner who lost his puppy, and he found him again. So give me some Juju and the Noah Fant are my keys fantasy-wise in this game.
All right, I think this is going to be a defensive game. Even with Von Miller gone, I do believe this is going to be a good defensive game. I think it's going to be low scoring. What do we got here? We got Pittsburgh by 7, 40.5. I think you could probably go with the under in this game. I really, really do.
Not a bad play.
It's not. Where are we going to go with players, fantasy-wise, DFS leagues? What are you looking for? Yes, stay away from the running backs with Pittsburgh. I mean, hell, even Jalen Samuels might even get the ball here a little bit more than Snell. You don't know what's going on. Connor, sure, he's hurt one day, he's not the next. It's hard to say. Stay away from those guys. Melvin Gordon, yes, I think you've got to play Melvin Gordon. I think he could get some yards against this tough Pittsburgh defense. If I'm not mistaken, there's not going to be fans in the stadium, so I think that does play a part in it in a lot of these games moving forward. As far as Pittsburgh goes, you got to love Juju. You got to love Juju in this one. I think he's going to have a good game. Deontay Johnson possibly could have a good game in this one. So look for Ben. Stay away from the running backs here, but definitely get on maybe with those wide receivers. Chase Claypool, if you've taken him, you little sneaky play, little sleeper action. Not yet.
One nice catch.
Yeah, he had one. Yeah, he had one nice catch, but not yet. This isn't the game for him. So definitely get yourself in on some Juju action and stay away from those running backs.
Yeah, and the thing that I just want to hammer home what Jay just said is the under. I think this is a great game that to bet the under. Makes a lot of sense with two really good defenses hitting it up in Pittsburgh today.
Yep.
Let's move on to Sweet Home Chicago. We have the New Jersey, as Jay would refer to them, Giants, who just lost to the aforementioned Steelers. Coming in to play the Bears. What have we got going on here? A lot of I don't knows. Trubisky pulled something out of his ass against Detroit. But what I said to a lot of people is if the Bears played like that against any other NFL team, they would have lost by 3 touchdowns. Bears played like shit last Sunday. They really did. The reason why they won is because the Lions are just shittier. That's all it was. And
not so much shittier, but Swift.
Yeah.
Swift, a rookie,
should have won the
dropped
game.
the freaking ball.
Yeah, they had the game won. They
should have gone to a rookie,
honestly. The Lions had the game won. Ball was dropped. Bears had no business winning that game. I don't feel good about the Bears heading into this game. And again, I've been looking for updates. I have not seen anything on Khalil Mack and Robert Quinn. But we could be in trouble on defense if both of those guys are out. Quinn would be his second miss. The guy hasn't played a snap for us yet. So, Giants, Barkley. I think Barkley could go off. Again, especially if those guys are out and the defense is going to take a big toll on the Bears' D. Barkley could have a big game. He was bottled up week 1. What?
Just all of a sudden, I just started thinking about hello, drunk one.
Hello, drunk one. We're home. Fucking 9 a.m.
Oh God, that was
fucking heads are ringing like
great.
bells.
That was a great morning.
Hell's bells.
Anyway, sorry, Brian.
That's okay. Now I'm just imagining Jay riding a tricycle, ringing a little bell.
That was fun.
So. Anyways, so where was I? Saquon Barkley. I have a feeling he's going to go off today. I think he's going to have a really good day. Danny Dimes, even without Mack and Quinn, maybe the Bears can put enough pressure on him for Danny Dimes to make a mistake or two. But Barkley's the key. I think Barkley's the best offensive player on either side of the ball in this game by far. So I think that gives Giants a little bit of an edge. Bears are favored by 5.5. I don't think they cover that 5.5 today. At home. They could still win, but they're not going to cover. I'm going to say that. So that's what I think about the Bears and Giants.
This one is kind of simple. You got a sophomore quarterback going against a senior quarterback. All right. You got Danny Dimes who had some flashes last year. You got Trubisky who he just wants to get out of high school right now. I mean, seriously, he's still trying to find his way. He played a good quarter. That's what he did last week. It was enough. And it was against Detroit. What's going to happen here, though, with this team, a young team, Jason Garrett new with this offense. Yes, Saquon did not have a lot of yards. I'm not looking for Saquon to run the ball a lot in this game, though. Yes, they're going to want to utilize him. They're going to want to put him on a horse. But I do believe he's going to be more utilized out of the backfield as a savior for Danny Dimes. I think, honestly, in this one, I like me some Darius Slayton in this game. Slayton had a fantastic game last week. I think Slayton continues it this week. I think Danny Dimes ends up being the better quarterback out of the two when it's all said and done. I think he'll have more yards. I even think he'll probably have more touchdowns than Mitch Trubisky this week. Let's get to the Bears side of the ball. What is there to like with the Bears right now? I do like Allen Robinson. He is targeted a lot. He's got a chip on his shoulder. I think you're going to find that offensively Matt Nagy is going to make Allen Robinson a big part of this game today. I think he is the only Chicago Bear, if you're playing in a DFS league, play some Allen Robinson. I think Montgomery's going to have a hard time getting going. I think Tariq Cohen's going to have a hard time getting going. Anthony Miller, I don't think you'll see him in the end zone this week. All right, and that's just where I'm going to put it. But I do like me some Allen Robinson. Go ahead and get him going. Yes, Saquon should have a better game than last week, obviously. 6 yards rushing is dismal. But I do think Danny Dimes will be a better quarterback than Mitch Trubisky this week. So that's what I have as far as the over-unders.
Quarterback than Trubisky.
As far as the over-unders are concerned, you know, honestly, I think the 42 total points, I think it could be right around there. For me, this is a tough one. I think it's going to be between 40 and 44, to be honest with you. And that's where 42 lines up, right? So no surprise there. But the 5.5 with Chicago, I don't see it. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't think Chicago. I think Chicago's going to struggle in this one.
So we're both taking a point.
And if they win, I do believe Chicago's only going to win by 3 or less. So that's where I'm going with that one. On to Buffalo and Miami. Go ahead, buddy.
All right, on to Buffalo and Miami. I'll be happy to kick this off. You know, actually, the line for the Buffalo Miami, unless I fuck this up, is exactly the same. The Bills, 5.5 and 42. Is exactly the same line as the Bears and Giants
7,
have.
but that's okay.
So the Bills laying 5.5. You know what? I'm taking that all day. I see the Bills winning by a touchdown or more easily in this game. There's nothing that excites me in the Dolphins offense. Even if Devontae Parker plays, he's questionable, so he's going to be banged up playing against Trey White. No thanks. Don't want any of that action. And then Fitzmagic. He threw 3 picks in week 1. And they decided not to turn into it just yet. But Fitzmagic, if he does that again in week number 2, expect to see Tua in week number 3. Again, without Parker, Preston Williams is the number 1. He's going to draw Tay White. Okay, now what do you got? You're fucked. Not much I like on the Miami side of the ball. Buffalo, we all know how much Jay loves Josh Allen, so I'm not going to get into that too much. The backfield in Buffalo, to me, is still too much of a wait and see with Singletary and Moss. It looks like Singletary is going to be your guy between the 10s, and Moss might be your red zone guy. Don't know yet, which scares me, right? You won't play Singletary. He's going to get you some points. He's not going to get you the touchdowns. That fucking sucks. So I'm still scared to play either one of those running backs on a weekly basis. But John Brown looked really good in week number 1. Stephon Diggs did okay. I think Stephon Diggs is going to have a bigger game in week number 2.
I agree with that.
Than he did in week number 1. He's going to be the guy that you're going to want in your fantasy lineup over. If you have Brown and Diggs, I'm going Diggs this week. In week number 2, I'm staying away from the Buffalo backfield. I already mentioned I got Josh Allen in my DFS, so I think he's a great play. He's definitely going to be a top 5 QB again this week. Is he going to outscore all 3 of those other studs? I don't know. But top 5, yeah, he's up there. So, anyways, that's what I got for Buffalo, Miami. I got Buffalo covering the 5.5 on the over-under. I'm going to push over. I'm going to say, give me Buffalo laying the points and the over in this last game of the week.
I think that's a solid pick. I'm leaning the same way on that one. All right, this is Buffalo, this is Miami, right? Y'all know Chicago-Green Bay, best rivalry there is in football, right? Buffalo-Miami is right there with them as one of the second best rivalries in the NFL. They've had a lot of history together.
Oh, shit.
Games are usually close. A lot of things happen. where I think let's start with Miami. We're going to start with Miami, right? I'm going to give some love to Miami right now, okay? Now, Ryan Fitzpatrick does start out slow. He started out slow last year. What happened? Josh Rosen came in. Josh Rosen sucked. They put Fitzpatrick back in, and he lit up the world. I don't believe that's going to happen this week. I think it's still a little early in the season. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to be Ryan Fitzpatrick, and there will be some interceptions thrown there, okay? Where I think they are going to do well is they're going to exploit Buffalo's weakness right now, and that is on the middle of the defense where you have Tremaine Edmonds and Matt Milano, two studded linebackers out, okay? I think you're going to see Mike Gesicki, tight end for the Dolphins, as a solid pick this week. I think Gesicki will have a good game. I like the running backs in this game. I think coming out of the backfield, I think Fitzpatrick is going to lean on a short passing game over the middle. Jordan Howard is a good play. Mike Gesicki, tight end, a good play. Devontae Parker going deep. I don't care what wide receivers in this game. Stay away from them. I think it's going to be a short game for Fitz. I think this is where it's going to happen for them to do anything on offense and move the ball. Attack the weakness of Buffalo right now, and that's the middle of the field with the linebacking core that's struggling. Let's get to Buffalo's side of the ball. Unlike Brian, I do believe Singletary and Moss are both in play this week. I believe both of them are going to have fantastic games today.
Wait and see.
We had a huge passing presence last week against the Jets. Why? Brian Daboll is a smart individual, a smart offensive coordinator who attacks weaknesses. Right now on Miami, there's a lot that's weak, but up front, they are weak.
Africa.
We didn't run the ball last week. This week, you're going to see a heavy dose of Singletary. You're going to see a heavy dose of Zach Moss. I don't believe Josh Allen's going to be throwing for 46 times in this game. I think you're going to see a lot heavy running. I think Josh Allen is going to have a lot of rushing yards in this game. I love me Stephon Diggs in this one. John Brown last year, again, 2 touchdowns, 100 and damn near 150 yards in that game against Miami last year. This week, today, Stephon Diggs finds his first touchdown as a Buffalo Bill, and don't be surprised if he has 2. Hell, it might even be back in the day like Peerless Price did, where there were 3 touchdowns in that game. Watch out for Stephon Diggs this week. Cole Beasley coming over the middle. He's going to pick up a little bit and get you probably double digits, right around 10, 11 points. Stephon Diggs is going to be the man. Devin Singletary is going to be the man.
Wow.
Zach Moss is going to be the man. And the real icon in this one is Joshua Patrick Allen. Watch for him to be a stud, baby, because that's what he does.
Allen,
Buffalo's got this one all day. Take the over on the 42. Take Buffalo to cover the 5.5. That's what Buffalo Jays got. That's how we're going to end this damn week.
All right,
Preview.
Let's end it.
I love it, baby. I love it.
Great way to wrap this sucker up. And hey, guess what? Next week, we are also going to do we're not going to be back on Thursday, unfortunately.
No.
I know, unfortunately, we were a game deep into the week where the Browns beat the Bengals. But next
Kareem
week,
Hunt.
we are also going to do a different day. It's not going to be Thursday.
I think we got to do Sunday, maybe.
We'll
let you all know that we're leaning towards Sunday,
It was kind of
baby.
fun. I like it. We still got enough time, and you got enough time to get your lineups changed. Watch out those questionable guys. The only thing I noticed is Julian Edelman is playing. He's one of the guys we mentioned was questionable earlier. So just keep checking in case you have any of those dudes who are questionable.
Now, look, I hope we gave you guys some good pregame entertainment on Sunday. I tell you what, even why don't you guys let us know? Would you rather see us on a Thursday or a Sunday? We're leaning towards the Sunday thing.
This was fun.
This was definitely a lot of fun.
This was fun.
I enjoy bringing it up to kickoff. And, hey, next week, we're going to do it Sunday again. We're painting the face next week.
Oh,
face will be painted.
Boy.
War paint's going to be
Yeah,
on.
buddy.
I'm Buffalo Jay.
I am B-Rye, and guess what? I am jacked up, just like our exit song.
Come on, baby.
Jack.
Come on, baby.
I'm jacked up. Let's
Good
go.
luck to you guys in fantasy land.
Hey,
That's a big old yeah, buddy.
that's a wrap.
All right. Yeah, buddy. Go Bears.